I noticed in my mother's photo album was a picture of her uncle and aunt. I didn't have a picture of them up on the family tree, so I thought I'm going to scan that and put it up there. So I did scan it in JPEG format. Then I went to family tree. I'm going to click on Frank and click on his memories. I'm going to upload this photo. I have to remember where I put it. Put it on desktop. Frank Edgar Graham. I could double click on this, or I could single click and open. It says unprocessed. It will be processed by the time we're through with this input. I'm going to click on the photo so I can tag who's in the photo. Click on the image to tag Frank Edgar Graham. Okay. That happens to be a good size box. I'll click Save. Now I'd like to say who this person is in the photo, so I'll click on her face. That's a pretty good size box. I think I'll elongate that just a little bit and center it. That's Marie Berger. I'm going to add a new person to my memories collection, not to family tree. She's already there. So I'll click on that. Now, if we hover over her name, a box shows around her face. Or if we're in the photo, it names her below her photo. But I would like this photo to show up in Marie's page on family tree. But so far, we haven't said where Marie can be found in family tree. So I need to click on Attach to Family Tree and either search for her by name or by her ID number. Now, by name, there are a lot of Marie Bergers, so I would have a hard time zeroing in on her. If I put in her ID number, it will bring her name right up. Now, I can go back to Frank and look at his wife and collect her ID number, but what I'd like to do is leave this page as it is and open up a new tab. I'm going to right-click on this tab and click on Duplicate. On this tab, I'm going to go back to Frank, his details page, click on his wife's ID number, and copy the ID. Now I'm going to go back to my photo where it says Attach to Family Tree. I'm going to paste in her ID number and select. It says, do you mean Marie A. Berger? Yes, attach. So I not only named her, but I said where she could be found in the tree. This is her number. This is her page on Family Tree. Now I'm going to add a title. This is Frank Edgar Graham and his wife, Marie A. Berger Graham. Photo taken at Manteca, California in 1961. Okay, save. Now if I go to Frank's page or Marie's page, it will show up in their memories. So I'll go ahead and click on Memories. It's there. It's also in Marie's page as well. Now I'd like to say that this photo of Frank can show up as his main photo. So on his details page, or from that page, I can just click on this circle. It says, would you like to add a portrait? Yes, I would. Okay, this is the only one to select from, so I'm going to select that. It wants me to put that circle around his face. I'm going to make it just a little bit larger so that his whole face will show up bigger. And I'm going to click Save This Portrait. It says it's going to take a moment for that to show up, but I'm going to refresh and see if I can speed that up any. Great, it's there. Now I'm going to go to Marie and click on her person page. Now I'm going to click on the circle where her photo would go, and I'm going to say add a portrait. Okay, this is her portrait. There she is. I'm going to make her face just a little bit bigger so it'll show up better, and save. Here again, it tells me it'll take a minute. I'll see if I can hurry it up. I refreshed the page. Great, now they're on there. So that's how you tag a photo and put their photo on their name. While I'm here, I think I'll put her middle name. It's Augusta. Edit the name and type Augusta and save. I'm going to show you one more that I found. Someone put up a photo for Margaret, but it had 2 people in it. I also noticed that her husband did not have any photo. So someone else put on this photo, but I can change the tag. I'm going to click on her memories to see the original photo. Here's the photo of Margaret and Jesse. I'm going to go to the editing page for this photo. When the person put this photo on, they didn't know to put the square around Margaret's face. So that's going to stay there. I can't edit her square, but I can add another square. And I can stretch that out to go around her face. And I can say who that is. Margaret Louise Turman. Oh, there she is. Okay, I'm going to click on that. She has 2 tags here, but one will have just her face. Now I'm going to say that this is Jessie. I'm going to click on that picture and stretch that out just a little bit. I'll say that this is Jessie Monroe Livingston. Sometimes a name will come up as your option because it recognizes in Family Tree that he is the spouse of the person you just tagged. So that's what happened in this case. I didn't have to go out and get his ID number and connect that to the tree. Now I'm going to go into Jesse's page and make that photo as his default photo. I'll click on person. Now click on this place for his photo. Add a photo. It will bring up the only photo that we've got. If there were several, I could select from that, and I'll click here. It wants me to move that around till it's in the center, and I'll save the photo. I'll go ahead and refresh the page. Great, now it's there. Now I'll go back to Jesse's details page and click on Margaret. And I'm going to click on her person page. Now I'm going to click on her default picture. And I could say I wanted to edit the portrait and just put the photo around her face, if it will let me, but it's not letting me. So I'm going to X out of that. And now I'm going to say I would like to replace the portrait. I'll click on that again. It'll let me move it now and make it just a little bit smaller. If I had added some canvas to this picture, it would allow me to move that circle over so her face would be more centered. But this will do. So I'm going to click on Save the Portrait, and I'll refresh the page. Great. And don't forget to take the opportunity to add your own photos to your own site. You might have some better pictures than your kids will have after you've passed on. This is your chance.